Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for passing by. Thank you so much for subscribing and thank you very much for watching my videos. You are greatly appreciated. Now here's a video that I want you guys to watch.
A little bit insensitive
No, it's not.
or offensive.
No, it's not, because people in Africa love me. I've been over there plenty of times. They don't talk about race like they do over here in America.
What
If you're a good person over there, that's all they care about. I mean, to the places that I've been.
Yeah.
I can't speak for every country in Africa, but everywhere I've been, as soon as you get off the airplane, they say welcome home. And I think that's a beautiful thing because it's the motherland and that's where we all stem from.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
What do you say to people that didn't like that you called yourself an African queen?
Kiss my
Yeah.
yes.
How come?
We're all African queens.
Yeah.
We all come from Africa. All the Homo sapiens in the world come from Africa. So,
Yeah.
are you a Homo sapien?
I'm just asking.
Are you a Homo sapien? We all come from the motherland, so we're all African queens.
Okay.
Yes.
Even white people can call themselves African queens?
100%.
Why?
Because we all come from Africa, babe.
The
People need to get out of their feelings.
Where Amber Rose is, she got her name from being in Kanye West music videos, to dating Kanye West, to breaking up with him, also being with other people, and married to rapper Wiz Khalifa, and then being with other people even after that. And so that's what she basically got her name from. And, Amber Rose have been on a whirlwind when it comes to social media and making controversial comments and stuff like that. Now here she is in a video, and she had called herself an African queen, and many persons are finding it offensive. Many African Americans are finding it offensive. I've seen comments from people saying that it's not even her being an African, it's her even calling herself a queen, which is the biggest of the problem. Many are saying that she isn't an African in any way. Many persons are also saying that she's an African when it's convenient, or she's an African when there's a black peen inside her. That's the only time that she wants to be African. Other than that, she really wants to be white, and she complains a lot why she can't be related when it comes to her white part or the white side of her. Persons find it offensive and stuff like that. Now, I'm looking into the situation and I'm wondering if it's an American thing, because in other places, nobody's going to consider you African, nobody's going to consider you black, nobody's going to consider you this. And I've had the argument of the South Africans before who are white, and I need not to delve into that because I've had that conversation before. I've spoken about it before. But I'm looking into the situation and I'm thinking it's an American problem, because other places in the world would not. If she goes to Peru, if she goes to Sweden, if she goes to Colombia, if she goes to Jamaica, if she goes to anywhere in this world, they're not going to consider her a black woman. They're not going to consider her an African queen, whatever title. But I guess it's in the United States. You are free to call yourself anything you want in the book. You understand me? If men can call themselves women and want to be addressed as such, then I guess she's in that category, and she's among those group of people who are free to title themselves anything that they want. You understand me? I'm just curious why she doesn't consider herself an Indian queen or a Chinese queen. This is a part that is kind of disturbing. Why are they quick to stamp African? Why are they quick to go after or to crave after everything that has to do with Africa or on the African continent or black? Why is it that they don't go and call themselves an Indian queen? Why you don't consider yourself a Japanese queen or a Chinese queen? Why do you want to consider yourself an African or consider yourself an Asian queen? These are the things that I question. Am I going to bash Amber Rose? Absolutely not, because for her to have this type of thinking and behavioral pattern, it stemmed from her dating black men and them putting these type of women once again on pedestal to make them feel superior and entitled above black women, so they can hop into black people culture, they can hop into black people lifestyle and behavior when they please, and extract whatever it is that they want and claim it for themselves and applied it to themselves. And you can't say anything about it as a black woman, because the first person who's going to defend them is the black man. And they'll defend them by insulting and disrespecting black women and wanting to silence the black woman. So I have absolutely nothing to say when it comes to Amber Rose and whatever it is that she's dealing with. That's between her and the persons who put her in that group, which is the black men. So that's where it's at. So miss me if y'all thought that I was going to be insulting, disrespectful, and all of that. It's not going to happen here. Moving over onto the game, Rapper The Game. I'm seeing the court has ordered for him to sell his house because of a case that he had many years ago, even before COVID. He had that case where a woman filed a complaint. He had a show about the game where a woman came in and, you'd eliminate one each week and stuff like that, and you'd have fun with them, whether it be adult fun or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, he would eliminate one each week. Now, here lies this woman. I think her name is Priscilla Rainey, and he offered to take her out, which was against the policies of the show. However, she agreed to it. So they went to an area, a venue that is not necessarily known for having a good report. However, they went there, and in the middle of the environ and stuff like that, he decided to pull up her skirt and exposing her private parts to the entire public. He grabbed her, spreading her butt cheek like that and exposing her area, and she pulled down her skirt because she didn't like it. He did it around 3 times, because that's what the court report says. He did it around 3 times and she pulled it down, and she didn't like it. She was very much upset about it, you understand, because she did not ask for that. She didn't welcome that in her space while being on the show. 3 days later, they were on the tour bus and she tackled him about it. I guess him being a man and him being the head of the show and being the egotistical rich rapper, he believes no woman should check him or no woman should come to him about an offense. So she was on the bus with him and she decided to confront him about it 3 days later and saying that she didn't like it, and she told him to stop. I mean, it was all caught on camera, and he threatened the woman. You understand that she should be a woman and she should shut up about it. And she kept going on because clearly she was offended by what took place. And so she's going to feel as if she's within her right to speak on it. He threatened her again and told her to get off the bus. So he threw her off the bus and said that she needed to get off the bus before he choked her ASS out. And, to have something like that done to you as a person who is a victim of SA that went all the way to court, and to have something like that done to you and then you confronting the person about it and they're insulting you and threatening you again, I do not blame her to take it all the way to file a lawsuit against him. You understand? The court awarded her $7 million, of which he refused to pay, refused to show up to court. His attorney promised the court that he would show up. He did not show up again. And so the award was to the young woman. Now, I think at some point, they told him that he had to sell his vehicle to make up for payments and stuff like that, our restitution. Now, he was still on the internet and he was calling her names, some really derogatory, insulting name, thirsty Gatorade ass, transvestite, all these type of things that he was calling her. And, she was silent about it. And so her attorney speak for her, and her attorney spoke, and they got the court. Here we are today in 2025, wherein he has to sell his house, you understand, because he was also gloating during the COVID time that he's still here. People think that he was going to lose this. He's still in his house. He's this and that. So he was gloating over on social media. And now here we are in 2025, wherein the court has ordered him to sell his house, you understand, and they said that his house is valued some 4+ million. That's in Calabasas, and if persons know Calabasas in California, that's an upper echelon, very rich, well-to-do people. The Kanye West, the Kim Kardashian, a lot of celebrities live in Calabasas. And so he was ordered to sell his home. of which he doesn't have a choice in doing. He can speak or say anything that he wants because he had vehemently, denied the accusations that were laid against him. And because of such, he just believed that it was ridiculous and he had no right. And there are two things I'm going to speak about. I'm going to speak about the situation with the female, and I'm also going to speak about the game. Now, once again, we're seeing wherein this is a woman that would be white passing. You understand? And for some reason, America have this one drop rule policy wherein if you have 1 ounce of black in you, you're automatically labeled a black person. They stamp you in the black community or throw you in the black community because in America, they consider black people the bottom of the bottom, the last, the least, the most insignificant. And so anything that has to do with black, they would throw them in the black community. However, they will put them on pedestal to make them feel superior among premium black people. Premium black people are like Idris Elba, jet black, have nothing mixed in them. And so this is what they do all the time. So you are thrown there, however, you will be sitting on top. You'll get more perks, you'll get more opportunities, you'll get more privileges, providing that you're also qualified. And even if you're not qualified, your skin color is enough to get you by. And this is what they do in the black community. Hence why I asked the question about Amber Rose. However, over there, because they associate these women and these people as being black men now find these women more attractive than the premium black woman like a Lupita or a Kelly Rowland. They find them more attractive and want to be with this type of woman and get with them. Not only do they do that, they put them on a pedestal and measure them with black women or against black women and consider black women to be ugly even when their mother look like these women, their sisters look like these women. A lot of time their first child mother look like these women. They label these women as ugly, unattractive, and so they will do everything to get with these type of white passing, racially ambiguous type of women that they consider black in the United States. So upon getting with these type of women, what these women do not realize is that you are getting the same black man, the same person who is a liar, the same person who is deceitful, the same person who is disrespectful, the same person who will SA you, the same person who do these type of things are of no good report. These are the same type of men you are getting. The same complaint that the black woman had while with them is the same complaint you will eventually end up having, unless you're one of those women who do not care because you're not looking for anything long-lasting or longevity with them. You're just about your money to get your money and move on. You will end up in the same predicament and be stuck a single mother taking care of child or children by a man that cares zero about having a relationship with you. He's on to the next. And so this is what the culture that stems in America when it comes to these non-black, racially ambiguous type of women, or the Jim Crow one drop type of woman. So this is what took place, and this woman went on the show, and if you watch the show, most of these women look exactly like Priscilla Rainey. So case in point, she was treated the same as how we would treat a black woman. You understand? She was treated the same, and she didn't like it, and she confronted him about it. And he threatened the woman. You understand? So she's within her right, and I'm glad the court ordered him to pay this money. A lot of persons are saying that 7+ million, it's a lot, 7 million is a lot, and it's too much just for touching someone. He didn't just touch her. You SA the woman in public. In public, you did that, and she didn't like it. You understand? And so he refused to come to court. So the court ordered him to pay the 7 million. You understand me? And looking into this situation, it's well deserved. You can't do these things to people and believe that you should get away with it. Now, when I look at the game, these are the egotistical rappers that have no education, have no form of intelligence. They move by their environment of being low vibration people, violent prone, move like oversexed beast. And when they behave like that, they get money that is a serious and deadly cocktail, because they are believing that only thing that's preventing them from getting the woman they desire is money. So when they have the money, no woman tell them no, no woman should tell them no. They will hear yes all the time. So when they get a pushback or when they hear no, then they start hyperventilating and believe that who the hell do you think you are to be telling me no? That's the type of mentality and behavior that they have. You understand? They don't care if they have daughters, because they're looking into it and saying that, oh, I have a lot of money. I can afford to send my daughter to private school so she can get a a proper education. I can allow her, afford her security to protect her. So she is exempt from meeting a man like me who treat women the way how I treat women, not knowing that there's something called karma. And, for those who are religious, they speak on the curse reaching third and fourth generation. It speaks on the father sucking the sour grape and set the children's teeth at edge. When you do these type of things, it falls on your kids. Not only that, a public situation like this, it will deeply reflect on how men will treat your daughter in the future. Because they're going to say, oh, this is what your dad did to another woman out there. You understand? So it should be okay for me to do it to you. And having a proper education from Harvard or from a private school and stuff like that doesn't make you exempt from it. It does not. It doesn't protect you. Having security guards or bodyguards or all sorts of persons who can protect you does not make you exempt from meeting someone like your father. And these men are not thinking because they don't care. They are not thinking. They are this oversexed, subhuman type of mentality that they have. That once they have money, they should have the King Solomon mentality, wherein everything that they see, they should lie with, they should want to get with. Nobody should tell them no. Nobody should do this, do that. And that's what being a black man is all about. Having lots of money, having multiple women, you understand, setting women against each other, having them fighting for you, getting pregnant, having multiple baby mamas, and create just a whole society of confusion, chaos, discord, all this type of nastiness, and they are proud of it. And clearly I'm not speaking about all black men, because I know several black men, including my brothers and my father, who did not live this life. Okay? So clearly I'm not speaking about all black men. However, this seems to be the culture. They're not concerned about their daughters and who their daughter will end up with in the future. They are just concerned about what they want this minute from that woman, and they should get it by any means. It's a sad situation, and I'm glad the court is ordering for them to take everything. You understand? People are saying that they shouldn't, and yeah, you have to make example out of people. You have to make example out of people. She's a full-grown woman, and if the answer is no, you have to respect decision. You have to learn to respect decision. You can't in your head say that it didn't take place and it's actually true simply because you say it. And then you're on the internet trolling, you're on the internet insulting the woman, disrespecting her and all these type of things, thinking it's cool when it is not. And so many persons are supporting him and calling the woman a hoe, calling her, none of you know her background. None of you know her background, and saying all these type of things. Now, I don't have a dog in the fight, honestly, because these women enjoy or they relish in the fact that these black men consider them superior to black women, and they are part of the black community. They relish in that. They enjoy colorism. They benefit from colorism. They benefit from hate. And it is being pioneered by black men that actually look like an Idris Elba more so, or the game. You understand? The kind of brown to dark chocolate brown type of men. They relish in that. They enjoy it. This is what the slave master did back then. And he just have to move on. He doesn't have to do anything at this point. So the white man today doesn't have to do anything. They left it centuries ago. And here we are today where they come and these black men are putting these women on pedestal. And it's there. You understand? They enjoy being considered superior to black women, and they think that they're getting a different black man simply because he's rich. You are getting the same black man who does not respect you, who doesn't care about you. And this is a classic case of it. This is a classic case of it. It's sad, but it is the harsh reality. Had you women come out and say, do not pin me against dark-skinned women. I am a woman just by myself. I'm a woman in all aspect of being a woman. Do not pin me against it. I do not want to be a part of that. If you have an issue with your black woman or your dark-skinned woman, that's between you and them. Do not use me as a weapon to attack or to go after these type of women. But no, they didn't. They consider themselves high yellow bone. They're superior to dark skinned women. They enjoy it. They're like, oh, it's because I'm better than you. It's because I'm whiter. I'm lighter than you, and stuff like that. But little did they know that they are actually getting the same black man who's going to treat them even worse. And I often say, a lot of you women do not realize that you are just the woman he wants to cheat on. You are the woman he wants to lie to. You're the woman he wants to be disloyal to. You're the woman he wants to disrespect. That's all he desires. To have sex with you and disrespect you and get you to be loyal to him while he's disloyal to you. Black women complain about it because they did not want to have anything to do with it. And it drove a lot of them crazy because they stayed in it fighting tooth and nail about pure persons who have absolutely no interest in adjusting their behavior, because they simply don't care and they relish in misogyny. And so here it is today, where the tables are turned, where it's these women who were put on pedestal who are actually getting the same black man. So I'm happy that she won, but I hope it's a lesson learned. I hope at some point in time these women will come out and understand that, listen, all the realm of misogyny is doing is pinning women against each other. That's all that is taking place. I hope one day they'll wake up and they will see this. But that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your day and may God bless you. Bye-bye.